Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, captivating, stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? What item will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the box. What item is encompassed inside this bulky, hefty, tangible, nifty box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now, so bear with me. It'll only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the item from the box and subsequently flaunt it in front of the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go. The unboxing process is about to commence. The unboxing process is officially underway. What item have I prompted? What item have I drawn forth? What item have I elicited? Let's find out. This figurine is known by the moniker of Valkyrion, the Magna warrior. Is he a paradigm of perfection? Is he the epitome of resounding perfection? Is he the embodiment of perfection? That's subjective. You could assess this figurine's merits down to the nitty-gritty details to determine whether or not he warrants a staggering, hefty premium price. Do I love this figurine? Do I relish this figurine? Of course I do. I have a proclivity to love Yu-Gi-Oh! Merchandise since I am an avid, devout Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. How tall is this figurine, you may ask? Well, he stands roughly 7 inches tall. Is he stellar? Is he robust? I believe he is. I love his paint applications. I love his hues. I love his textures. I love his deco. I love his aesthetics. I pretty much love everything about this figurine. Now, my only gripes appertaining to this figurine are that his feet are hollow. He lacks finger joint articulation. His hands are not fisted. He lacks an elbow joint. He lacks a diaphragm joint. He cannot perform an ankle pivot. His head is not relegated to a disc joint, so he's slacking articulation-wise. Nonetheless, he still has tremendous merit. He's a meritorious figurine. Why do I say that? Well, just look at him. He's intricate. He's robust. He's novel. He's unique. He's unusual. He emulates the appearance of Valkyrion, the Magna warrior from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters series. He's a spectacular figurine. He also comes with this device, which can be utilized to trigger his hack and slash action. Let me demonstrate. I guess it can trigger his kicking action. He comes with an armament. He comes bundled with a sword. If you buy him new, you may be able to. If you buy him new, you will likely be able to procure a shield amid buying him. However, since I procured him used via eBay, I did not receive his corresponding shield with my purchase. So, it is what it is. Now, why did I purchase him, you may ask? Well, I love this character. He's a stellar warrior. I wanted to add him to my prodigious action figure collection. He's not marred with scuffs or scratches or dings or dents. He's practically unscathed. In addition to practically being unscathed, he's in near mint and pristine condition. Scrutinize this figurine for yourself. Can you pinpoint any major defects or any major flaws or any major scratches or scuffs? He's over a decade old. I believe he was churned out amid the latter half of the 1990s, so he was likely produced in 1996, so at this point he's nearly 2 decades old. I'm only half a decade older than this figurine. This hunk of plastic has aged gracefully, wouldn't you think so? I love his dynamics, I love his intricacies, I love his novelties, I love his details. He's a fusion of 3 warriors, and he's part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Action figure line. Beta, the Magna warrior, Alpha, the Magna warrior, and Gamma, the Magna warrior, fused together and amalgamate into the illustrious, revered, renowned Valkyrion, the Magna warrior. You don't need a polymerization card to draw forth this character on the battlefield. As I said earlier, if you have all three Magna warriors, they can combine together in order to form the one, the only divine Valkyrion, the Magna warrior. His real face is obscured by his helmet. His real face is an enigma. His face is uncanny. Maybe this is his real face, because he's supposed to be a robot, so... Or maybe he's wearing a helmet. He's adorned with armor. Underneath all the armor is likely wires. But since he's a hunk of plastic, he's just comprised of plastic in this aspect. But the character is supposed to be comprised of wires in the Yu-Gi-Oh universe. Well, even though the character is just a hologram, if he was brought to fruition and a real monster in the context of the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, then he would likely have wires coursing through his veins or his vitals, or through his body parts, or through his appendages. You get the point. I love these magnets that are intact to his body, and I love the magnets that are protruding out of his head, or out of his ears. Can you see them? So, I'm gratified, I'm content, I'm buoyant, I'm jubilant, I'm optimistic, I'm happy. I have no major qualms about this purchase and decision. For under $25, you can't go wrong. He's a scarce figurine. He's arduous to stumble by. He's arduous to stumble upon for under $25. So here he is once again. For the most part, he has sturdy joints, no major flaws, no salient defects. So I also love how his helmet is permanently equipped. If this is not supposed to be his helmet and this is supposed to be his armor-plated face, is quite epic and novel and intriguing. Action figures are fascinating and amusing. His wings can be adjusted at your own discretion. He could ascend or descend at your own discretion, as long as you have an imagination. So, not an abysmal figurine, not an egregious figurine, not the quintessential Yu-Gi-Oh figurine either. He certainly is a meritorious figurine. It's too bad that action figures today are not on par with retro action figures, but you still have autonomy to buy retro action figures, so it's not too much of a calamity within itself. I procured them via eBay for under $25. I'm relieved. Taking a gander at him alleviates stress in my life. It allows me to revel in joy and indulge in a gratifying experience that only an avid action figure collector may be able to understand. If you're not fond of hunks of plastic, they don't eminently appease you, then this figurine may not tickle your fancy. He may not appeal to your niche interests. But, for me personally, I can't get enough of Valkyrion, the Magna warrior. He's epic, he's audacious, he's stoic, he's noble, he's valiant, he's heroic, he's courageous, he has fortitude, he has zeal, he has might. He can ascertain victory against any adversary, he can ravage them, he can smite them, he can beat them to bloody pulp. So, I also received this item, which I don't need, but I'll retain anyway. Here he is once again. You can scrutinize his condition. If you do, you unequivocally concur that He's in stellar condition, despite his age. 2 decades old, and not any major signs of aging. Inanimate hunks of plastic, age gracefully, as long as they're not exposed to all the elements that can cause them to disintegrate. I hope that you found this video to be enthralling and insightful, as well as intriguing. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.